Hey guys, here are 5 exercises that you can do at home to try and correct your scoliosis. Hey guys, this is Dr. Aaron at Jacob's Chiropractic Acupuncture Center in Portland, Maine. And today we're going to talk about 5 exercises that you can do to try and correct your scoliosis at home. This specific type of exercise is called auto-correction. And auto-correction is a type of exercise that you can do to use your muscles to shift your scoliosis in such a way that it aligns the spine a little more optimally. It's never going to be perfect, but to engage the muscles and kind of bring your spine and your back into a more optimal state. Now, there's something that you need to learn before you do these 5 exercises, and that's the auto-correction pose, or the auto-correction for your specific scoliosis. So I'm going to show you my back right here, and I'm going to kind of mimic what a scoliosis might look like and how I would correct a scoliosis that looks like this, okay? So, standing up nice and straight, let's say I have a scoliosis that curves my mid-back over to the right and then my lower back over to the left. And so it looks something like this, where usually you'll have a higher shoulder on one side, and this might look a little more dramatic than some. And it shifts my mid-back to the right and then lower back stays to the left. And so somebody with a scoliosis of this type might have a back that kind of looks like this. And so the first step that we want to do to try and auto-correct is, you'll notice the shoulders are off balance, is we want to bring one shoulder, the lower shoulder, up to balance. The second step is we want to try and shift that mid-back that's curved to the right over to the left, okay? And in doing that, it should also help bring the lower back into alignment. So we went from here to the shoulder, aligning with the other one here, and then shifting, using our muscles in our back to shift that curve over to the left, bringing the back into a more optimal alignment there. Now, once you have perfected that auto-correction maneuver, that auto-correction pose, I suggest practicing that about once per hour, once per waking hour. Okay. Once you've gotten that down, then you can proceed to move on to the 5 types of exercises, which are meant to strengthen the muscles in the back of the body while you're in that auto-correction pose. Something also to know is this auto-correction maneuver, this auto-correction pose, is really helpful for adolescents with a type of scoliosis called idiopathic scoliosis, which is the most common. Idiopathic scoliosis is something that can't be explained by any other type of scoliosis or spine abnormality. Adolescents being, they're between ages 10 and 19 is usually what this works best for. Adults that are a little bit older than that may also benefit from it. It's definitely going to strengthen the muscles and could also help relieve some pain. Here's exercise 1. It's just walking in place, essentially. You're going to want to go into that auto-correction mode where you bring the shoulders even and you shift that curved side to the opposite side, getting the spine into a more optimal alignment. Once you find that auto-correction pose, you're going to bring the arms up like a zombie, and you're going to do simple marching in place for about 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, practicing that 1 to 2 times per day, about 3 times per week or so to start. Okay, here's exercise number 2. For exercise number 2, you can use a broom handle, you can use a mop handle. I'm using a crutch because that's what we have here in the office right now. And same thing as the walking in place, you're going to go into the auto-correction pose, auto-correction maneuver. You're going to bring your broom handle or crutch or mop handle out in front. While in the auto-correction pose, you're going to simply try and push down and hold for 20 to 30 seconds. And then as you progress, you can do it for a little bit longer, strengthening those core muscles while you're in the auto-correction pose. Here's exercise number 3. This is called a wall fall, or a wall push-up, if you will. Okay, standing about maybe 1.5 feet or so away from the wall, and your legs about shoulder width apart, hands up like this. You're going to simply fall against the wall, catch yourself, don't let your face hit the wall, and push back off and repeat. Also in the auto correction pose as the other exercises have been done. Exercise number 4 is a lower extremity balance exercise. Again, you're going to do this in your auto correction maneuver, your auto correction pose, okay? And you're going to kind of create a Y on the floor and stand right where the Y would intersect with the top and the bottom aspects of the Y. You'll notice I have books marking the Y here, one here, here, and here. And what you're going to do, standing in the middle, auto correction pose, you're going to slightly bend your knees. You're going to start with one foot, and you're going to simply push the books to the ends of the Y in all 3 directions. And then you're going to switch feet and repeat that process all in the auto correction pose. Exercise number 5, the last exercise, is going to be an upper extremity core exercise and balance exercise. So you're going to do this in a plank position. Okay. Again, I'm using the Y-shaped books here, and I'm going to position my upper extremities in the plank position here. Okay, and you can do this in 2 different ways. You can do it if it's comfortable doing it on your hands like so, or on your forearms like this. You can also modify it if that's too difficult and bring your knees down and do a modified plank. But essentially, you're going to do the same thing that you did with the lower extremities. You're going to go into this position, and you're going to push or touch the books in the opposite direction here, and then repeat with your opposite arm. While all of these exercises are in no way dangerous, they will be more efficient and strategic if you consult with your chiropractor on how to perform them, as well as consult with your chiropractor on whether you actually have scoliosis and what type of scoliosis it is. And he or she should also be able to guide you into the auto correction pose. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave your question in the comments. We'll be happy to answer any and all questions, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.